Echo 3-1, Viper 1-1 on approach, ready for tasking. What's your position?
Roger, 7-1. Target acquired. Weapons free in 5 seconds.
There we go. And good evening, babes. If you are joining us for the weekly recap show. And it is, of course, the weekly recap show for week 8. And you are joining myself and NSeeker707. How are you, Seeker?
Hello, I'm good, thanks, and you?
Yeah, it's all good that you pause your game.
I did.
Okay, so how are you finding it, by the way? What are you playing, first of all? Tell us.
At the moment, so Far Cry 5 is on special on PSN.
Mm-hmm. So you decided, what the hell, right?
Grab that because I really wanted to play it since the release, but obviously couldn't. So yeah, I am so loving it. Definitely, if you guys are on here, you're on PSN, give it a try. Apparently it's only on special until tomorrow. So yeah.
And Seeker was playing it right up until we about to go live.
I was still like, how long do we have left? And Yaku's like, we have about 5 seconds. I'm like, oh.
Nice. And I see the peeps are getting used to what I'm asking normally in the beginning of the stream, because I didn't even ask, and I got like a loud and clear from Luke. So Luke, Soundman, thank you very much.
Thank you, Luke.
And of course, last night we tried a little bit of multiplayer on it as well, right? Or well, let's rather call it co-op, right? Yeah. And that was fun. Well, I'm not very good with the game, but it was fun. It was interesting. We killed some weird, dodgy, drugged up people and stuff.
Oh, that was fun. Doing the whole drugged up thing.
Yeah, it was cool.
Anyway, back to COD.
Yeah, back to COD. Right. And of course, this is the thing that consumes 99% of our time. And we're quite happy to bring you guys, of course, the recap show for the first week of the Hardpoint segment. And it's been interesting. I think there's a few teams that are quite happy that we're back on the Hardpoint. And I saw some good team strategy changes this week. There was quite a few streams out this week, so I've managed to watch a little bit in between the packing. Of course, I'm busy loading boxes, right? I'll be moving house soon, so we might have to have one of those recap shows moved a little bit, depending on if everything works out or not. But busy packing, so it's almost time to move, right?
Oh, you moving houses? Ooh.
Yes. So
I bet you the last thing that's going to be packed up and the first thing unpacked is going to be your setup.
Absolutely. So everything has been arranged in a way, boxes wise, that that's going to be the last box in the corner that will still be open. So as they are busy carrying out the first ones, to get to that one, you will have to move everything in front of it. Anyway, but Seeker, an exciting week nonetheless, right? I mean, first week of Hardpoint, so basically week 8. And there were some interesting games this week. There were obviously some divisions, and maybe now's a good time to call it out. There were some divisions, of course, this week that didn't have a game at all. And then there were, of course, also some teams that had a bit of a bye week, right? So we're back into the cycle. And actually, Evil was one of the teams who had a bye week this week, wasn't it?
Yes. Unfortunately.
Okay, so
I love me some Hardpoint.
So yeah, that's what I thought. So you must be looking very much forward to next week, right?
Yes. Well, actually, no. Next week we play against a team that forfeit anyway. So, yay, 750 points for us. Nice. But yeah, I mean, we've been arranging scrims and stuff. So, I mean, I hope everyone's been doing that on their off weeks. Even if they're not playing against anybody or they have a bye week, make sure you you keep frosty. Yeah.
That's it. Now, of course, I've got to give a call out here. Well, actually, we've got to give a few call outs, right? But let me do my first call out here to the gentleman who just realized that it's his gameplay that is on the screen. And that is, of course, Mr. Shady Lurker. And the background video, if you guys are wondering, is coming to you from Mr. Shady Lurker. And this is I think it's a highlights video that he did, and it's a highlights video of the game this week between VDT and CPR. So
Yes.
some good highlights that you will see throughout the show. But of course, coming to you via compliments, I would say, of Mr. Shady Lurker. And then Sika, you have a shout out to do as well, yeah?
I do. I have a very special shout out to do this evening to a very valued member of our BBZA regiment, Mr. Apple. Thank you for
yes.
joining us this evening.
The Falcon Apple.
We do appreciate your presence. We know being a celebrity it's difficult to take some time out of your daily routine to be here, but we do appreciate your presence. Thank
Absolutely. And for those of you who don't know the Falcon Apple, he's not only a top-notch reporter, but he's, of course, also good at some photoshopping, and apparently, from what I hear, also repairs servers.
you. Yes.
There we go.
That's an inside joke.
Inside
It's cool.
joke.
It's all
Inside
good.
joke. There we go. So who else is on the stream, Zika? Who should we be saying hi to?
I think about 15 minutes before we started, Mr. White was already here.
Of course. He was doing sound check and audio check and that sort of stuff.
Yes. He's our resident Oracle.
Yeah.
That's also an inside joke, but and then of course we have Little Green Monster Lisa. We've got Fluffy, who is our little VIP guest here.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Gummy Bear, Tiandre, Mr. Mark Apple. We've got Yochi on the stream. We've got Deadshot Rosin, Peace Destroyer from Zold. Shady Lurker, of course, is here. We've got Perplexed, Venomous Kitten, got Constant Glitch. Leash is here. Hello, Leash. We've got Rocket Links, NASA, JP Formulin, who is Hellscream for Dark Divine. Untamed Beasts is here. I'm not sure who's on the Untamed Beasts. That's usually... No, I'm not going to call it out because I always get it wrong. But Hans Force is here from CPR, as well as Black Sader Ranger from UB. Martin is here, and the Batman from CPR.
Nice. So if it's
Jinx
I was about to say, because
UB.
if we've got Black Sader Ranger in here on his own account, it's probably Jinx.
Yeah.
So Jinx the general.
I genuinely think Jinx is the one on the UB account, but I don't want to call out and then get it wrong. It's terrible.
There we go. Nice. Rightio. So, Sika, anything that we have to call out on the stream and the chat specifically, or people just saying hi before we get started on tonight's agenda?
Of course, Mr. Apple's very thankful for his shout out. I hope you do not reciprocate in the way that you said you were going to. You did hear your shout out. So just making sure you heard it.
Fun and games. Right. So, guys, as I said, this week that's passed, we kicked off the hardpoint segment, and of course, it is becoming a grind for the teams, right? The teams that are now left in hardpoint are the teams that are sticking together, seeing it through, and looking forward to every game. So, I mean, that is absolutely great for us to see. Actually, I saw a lot of gameplay this week, and I mean, progressively, I can see the guys, how they changed their strategies between the domination and hardpoint games, and it was really, really nice to watch, actually. Now, before we get on to, all the things that we need to talk about tonight, there is two other small little things that I just want to touch on. So, of course, the one is, guys, you will, again, still notice our big, bright pink logo in the top right hand of the screen. This is, of course, the last week that you will see it. In next week's recap show, it will be the brand logo that is back. Again, as I said on the last show, if it does disappear, it doesn't mean we forget about the cause, but we will be still supporting the cause for the remainder of the week as per our original commitment. And then that will be back to our brand logo. But, of course, we won't forget what it's all about, right? So that's the first thing. And then the second thing, Sika, teasy. So next week, on next week's recap show, we're going to do something really, really cool, right? And we are going to be doing something in terms of a giveaway. Now, how much do I say tonight about it though?
I don't think a lot. You're really good at this clickbait thing, so it's pretty okay. But yeah, I mean, I'm super excited about it because I got to see what it looks like and all the work that has been done by this person. And I think that you guys are going to be very, very, very excited. It's something that you cannot just buy anywhere. It's something that you have to get in the giveaway. It's definitely a collectible. There's something very special.
Absolutely. But I mean, when I saw it, when you sent me this afternoon what it is, or what it looks like, actually, I mean, I knew what it was, but when you sent it to me, I was like, man, this is so amazing. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how much I want to say about it tonight. So let's stop there before I give away too much, right? Because it is going to be, well, no pun intended, ne? So guys, we are in next week's show going to be launching an exceptionally exciting giveaway. And it is in support of a community member as well. But it is absolutely amazing. So it's a little bit of clickbait this week to come and check out the giveaway that will start next week. It's really, really cool. As Sika said, it's not something that you can sort of get anywhere, really. So you will be able to, for now, only get it here. So come and check that out. Of course, if you have friends that like that sort of thing, i.e. collectibles, a little bit of more clickbait, then give them the link and let them come and check out next week what we are doing from that perspective. Yeah, there we go. That's the two little thingies that I wanted to mention before we get on to what we are actually here for tonight. And that is, of course, to do a couple of things. We are going to look at the results of the games that were played this first week of Hardpoint of Season 3. Then we are also, of course, going to look at our top players. And then to close off, we will have a look at what the divisional tables look like at the moment. So where do you want to start, Seeker?
I think we can start maybe with the results of the week.
Absolutely. Let's do that. Right. So, and I'm going to start with Division 1. So results for Division...
Sorry, I have to laugh at Gummy's comment. It's the discontinued chocolate log.
That is funny. That is funny.
That's funny because you really actually just can't buy that anymore. Anyway,
exactly. Right. So on the screen, guys, you have the results for Week 8 for Division 1. And there were 2 games played in Division 1. And the first one there was, of course, Untamed Beasts, and they played against Gunslingers Elite. And UB took the game there with 702 versus the 643 from GSE. Now, the interesting thing there, 702, I wonder if they listen to the radio station. That's a nice score. the second game...
That's also a joke you'll only get if you're in Gauteng, I guess.
Oh, well, yes, I guess so. I don't think people in Cape Town get Radio 702, do they?
I don't think so.
Maybe they can let us know. I don't know. I don't think so. I think 702 is actually on an FM channel now, so I think they should be able to get it. Anyway, moving on. The second game that was played there was between CPR, Cross-Platform Rejects, and of course Vendetta Gaming. And if you guys didn't hear it earlier, of course that is also the gameplay that you are seeing in between screens, and that gameplay is supplied to us by Mr. Shady Lurker. And if you are in the stream at the moment and you are not chatting, don't be a Shady Lurker and say hi to us in the stream, right? So well done there to both UB as well as Cross-Platform Rejects. So looking then at the Division 2 results for Week 8, there were 4 games played in Division 2. The first one up there was Brotherhood of Beasts. So that's, of course, Bob, and they played Dark Divine Gaming. And Dark Divine took the game there, 750 versus the 196 from Bob. The second game there was between Lifeline Gaming and Motion Esports, and from what I understand, that was actually a very nice game to watch. But Motion Esports took the win there over LLG with 750 versus the 292 from LLG. The third game there was the girls, Gunslingers Gunslinger Girls, GSG, and they took the win 750 points over Project Alpha Tarkmach, and who scored 432 points. And the last game there was between 797 Green is Good and, of course, First in Battle. And as you guys know, First in Battle actually used to be F2O, First to Obliterate, but the team got picked up by a sponsor during the break week, and of course they had not only a team name change but also a bit of a rebranding. So First to Obliterate is now FIB, or First in Battle, and they picked up that win 750 over the 185 of Gig. And I like the new logo as well.
Games there.
It's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's black and red, you can never go wrong. That's pretty good. So now, guys, what we're going to do is we're actually going to skip over Division 3, because as you know, Division 3 had no games that were played this week, so we're going to move on directly to Division 4. And in Division 4 there were 2 games played. The first game there was between Blur 2 Gaming, so that's of course Blur's second team, and they faced off against Fear Gaming, and Blur taking the win there, 750 points over the 643 of Fear. The second game there was between FTWK, and they played Invasion Gaming, and I mean, you're 1 point in it, right?
I actually, this one, the game actually went to Invasion Gaming. Unfortunately, there was a yellow card issued, which brought them 1 point underneath FTWK, which means FTWK technically does take the win.
So with 1 point.
With 1 point, it was so close.
Right. Nonetheless, FTWK taking the win there, 700 points versus the 699 by Invasion Gaming. Wow. Right. Moving off of Division 4 and moving on to Division 5 then. And in Division 5, there was actually only one game played this week, and that was the game between OGC, or Original Gentlemen's Club Esports, but they are no longer called that, right? Now, from the start of the second part of Season 3, they are just known as OGC Esports.
That's correct.
And they, of course, also had a bit of a logo change there, so you can see their new logo. They took the win 750 points over Phoenix Phantoms with the 164. Moving off Division 5 then and on to Division 6. And
do you maybe want to explain why there wasn't a Division 3?
Well, there were supposed to be 2 games in Division 3, and of course there were 2 teams or 3 teams now that have forfeited. And
so there were actually supposed to be 3 games, but
yes, and those 3 games were supposed to play against the 3 other teams that didn't forfeit in the tables, right? And so we had no games in Division 3.
Yeah, just like that.
That was an easy explanation. So then we have Division 6, and your Week 8 results for Division 6. There were 2 games. The first game there was between Divine Gaming, and that's of course the Viserion team, and they played 4QM8. Actually, they played 4Q2. That's the second team of 4QM8. And Divine Gaming took the win there, 750 points versus the 346 by 4Q2. The second game was Outlaw Gaming, and they faced off against the Monkeys. And the Monkeys this week continuing their winning streak, taking that 750 point win over the 175 of Outlaw Gamers. And of course, this was the first week that Outlaw Gamers also played with one of their star players, who brought his... well, I don't know. I almost said he brought his girl into the world, which he didn't, right? He was there. He was there, but
he was just there.
He was there, and but he's the proud owner of a brand new little girl, Aurora, and they're of course not playing with their captain this week. So they have a new captain, don't they? Or somebody actually, well, at least someone who's safeguarding the team for now, while some fatherly duties are being performed. There we go.
It's I believe it's a learning curve.
Yes, I suspect. Right, so moving off then from Division 6 onto Division 7. And in the Division 7, there were 3 games played. The first day was between Digital Devils Gaming, and that was, of course, the game against Predators. Predators taking the win there with 750 points over the 214 of Digital Devils. The second game were Rise of the Expendables, and they faced off against Charlie Tango Cockroach, or CTK. And from what I understand, this game was very, very sweaty. And CTK managed to pull off the win there with 689 points versus the 629
very
from
sweaty
Reds.
game. Also, the first time I've awarded a yellow card to both teams in a
You
match.
know what? Eventually that will happen in the league. Right? I mean, there's a couple of firsts that we always see, during the season. One of the firsts is the day we have to issue both teams with a yellow card. That's one of the things. The other firsts is the day you actually have two teams who forfeited play each other, right?
Yes, but we had that. We had that.
Yes. So I mean, you've had a first on that as well, and then of course you have the first draw within any league. Now we haven't seen one yet this season. We did see one in season 2, and I don't know. Maybe it will still come along, right?
Yeah.
And
Look,
then
I think that hard point, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to draw than domination.
It's not
But,
easy to draw that.
I mean, we did see it last season with hard points, so
Yes, we
possible.
did. We did see it in season 2, right? And then the third game there in Division 7 was the game between the Notorious Thugs, and that was the Regicide team, and they took the win with 750 points over SDS, or Sicario Death Squad, with 316 points. And there we go. That is all the results for the past week, and there were some hectic games in there.
Some very close matches, some not so close matches. I think that hardpoint makes it easier to, for a very strong team to take points against a not so strong team. But I think in some of the divisions, we see exactly how well matched these teams really are.
Yeah, look, I mean, you can see the difference in scores from when we moved from domination over to hardpoint, right? I mean, generally speaking, if a game is like 100 points or less between the two teams, it was an exceptionally sweaty game, right? Because with domination, it's much easier to get sort of closer scores because there's 3 things that you control at any given point in time, right? Whereas with hardpoint, if you find a team that's very good at defending, they tend to open up much bigger gaps between the two teams. So in the domination part of the season, you would often see scores that are maybe, I don't know, maybe there's 50 or 60 or 70 points difference between the two teams during the match. Whereas with hardpoint, you will see some of these gaps opening up to, 200-300 points. And that's purely because there's really only one point on the map that needs controlling, and there's not an opportunity to gain, I almost want to call it side points, right? So if you're not controlling...
Or passive points.
Or passive points, right? So there's no opportunity to gain those passive points. So if you are controlling the hard point and you're, a team that defends well, you tend to open up that gap, right? So you guys will notice that as we go through the hard point part of the season, that also the gaps on the score tables in the league tables will start opening up, and they will start getting, sort of less closer to each other as well.
Yeah.
So we'll see that in a little bit. But guys, that is your results for the week. Like I said, there were some really cool games on stream as well. So if you didn't catch those, then go and look. You can find them, or most of them will be posted on the Facebook page. That's the Call of Duty or COD ZA page, the Facebook page. So you can join us there as well. Sika will drop the link for that page in the chat in a little bit as well. And of course, if you want to...
What am I dropping the link for?
For the Facebook page.
Thank you.
No problem. And then, of course, if you do want to go and see the results at any given point in time, you can, of course, also head over to the website, which is www.bfclanwars.net. Just slowly, that is www.bfclanwars.net. For some other odd reason, somebody once sent me a message and said, listen, you give that website address so fast that I didn't have time. I listened to the stream like 3 times and couldn't get the address. So,
all right, I will type it as www.bfclanwars.net.
There we go. See, then there's no confusion. Right, guys, and of course, as you know, thank you. Well, as I say every week, thank you very much for the guys that come out and support us on our not only the game streams, but of course also our recap show. If you're already subscribed to the channel, you're awesome. If you're not, you can become awesome. Hit that little subscribe button, also the bell to get your notifications whenever we go online. And we really appreciate the support. And of course, if you like what we are doing here at Clan Wars, then also remember to give us a like on this video. Some positive feedback, always good, especially for me. I like it, love it. Right, so Sika, that was the results for week 8, and of course the first week of the hardpoint segment of the season. And that means that we are also tracking some stats now for players during the hardpoint part of the season as well. Now guys, if you, just as a matter of interest, if you didn't watch last week's show, we spent the entire show last week just talking about the seasonal stats for basically the domination part of season 3 so far, and it was really an interesting show. I hope everybody else found it interesting, but it was really good for me to see those statistics. And of course, on that note, thank you very much to Mr. Blacksad Ranger, who is our stats master, and of course also make sure that all the stats are being tracked and updated and so forth, even now within the hardpoint segment of the tournament. There we go. Right, so Seeker, are you ready to move on to the players?
I am.
Right, I'm going to open that up wherever you tell me to start.
Division 1, I always start with Division 1.
Right, Division 1 is up for you.
All right, perfect. So, Division 1, Week 8, our top 3 players for score are Jules from GSE with 20,345 points, Ruben Reaper from UB with 18,220, and Chronic Hayes 86 from UB with 16,030 points. KD ratio this week, Jules from GSE 1.76, Shady Lurker from CPR, who you are watching on the screen sort of in the background, with 1.43, and sharing that position, Die Bartman from CPR with also 1.43 KD.
Nice. So well done there to Jules, hitting up both, right? The score and the KD.
Yes, and I think we need to have a fight between the Shady Lurker and Die Bartman on the chat, because they're both on the chat at the moment, and I want to know who should be second and who should be third. And go.
And fight. Go. Right. I'm going to take off Division 1 for you and give you Division 2.
All right, so Division 2 for Week 8. We've got the Frigery from Doc Divan with 17,015 points, Zenith from GSG with 16,800 points, and Panda G from Doc Divan with 14,315. Now, KD ratio for Division 2 this week belongs to FRB. Smitty with a 3 KD, which is exceptionally well. Exceptionally well done. Victrix with 2.52 and Meister with 2.5 on the dot.
So FIB really dominating the KDs, yeah?
Yes, very well done to that team. I mean, 3 is an exceptionally good KD.
Can I tell you, even 2.5. Even 2.5. So the first 3 guys
even
there.
2.
Even 2, you're right. Even 2 is like freaking amazing, right? So, I mean, that's, let me just make my list. Yes, Smitty. I'm just writing down who I'm avoiding in pubs. Right. Taking off Division 2 and giving you Division 3. Oh,
4.
Sorry.
There is no Division 3 this week.
But I put up Division 3 for week 6. Oops.
Oh.
So there was no Division 3 for this week, you're right. Division 4 then, there we go.
All right, so Division 4 for Week 8, we have Deleted from Fear with 21,495 points. Hectic from FTWK with 18,000 points on the dot. And Salty from Invasion Gaming with 16,925. Okay, KD ratio for this week for Division 4, Deleted from Fear, again at the top there with 1.85. Novocaine from Blair 2 with 1.72, and Valprey from Blair 2 with 1.51.
There we go. And of course, I'm starting to now know some of these players' names because I want to call him Waterboy. I'm gonna move away from. Sorry, Valprey. I'm gonna rename you to Waterboy, so that I can remember. But we did of course see Valprey in the stats last week as well, right?
That's such a Woolworths way to say it, though, Valprey.
What do you mean it's a Woolworths way? There's not a Woolworths way. It's the way you say it.
It's like everyone else is like Valprey.
That no one says
the
that.
South African, I swear, Valprey.
No one says Valprey. It's Valprey.
Okay, we're gonna put it to the chat. How do you guys pronounce it?
Oh,
do you pronounce it the way Seeker pronounces it, or the way Yak pronounces it?
And what the hell is a Woolworths way of pronouncing something?
It's a Woolworths. Valprey. I'm sorry, I'd like a 6-pack of Valprey, please.
I don't even know what to say to that. That is So what? Are we now going to saying people you pronounce it either the Pick and Pay way or the Woolworths way? Really? Yes,
Well, actually,
like
Dark is correct. He's like, it's Valpray, not Valpray. So
yeah, you see, it's quite difficult in the chat because
you see,
I can't hear
Gummy
the.
is from East London too, and she says it's Seeker's Way.
So maybe it's a East London thing and not a Woolworths thing. I can't believe
Truth,
you
just
just.
pronounces it Bon Aqua.
I can't believe you just told me that I pronounced something in a Woolworths way. That is, I don't know how I should take that. Oh my word. All right, okay, enough of that.
So Gemini says the Gamer Boys are going to want my bathwater soon. So, I mean... hey.
Yeah, let's not. That will not make
mean-
Woolworths, I'm sure.
Thank you. Thank you. I actually wounded by that.
You talking about yours? I thought you said you meant his. Well, whatever, right? I mean, we'll just find a cool Woolworths way to pronounce it, and then, it'll be sold, right?
I don't know. I'll leave that up to you to tell us how Woolworths
Oh,
would pronounce
come on. Right. Leaving Division 4 then and moving on to Division 5.
it. All right. So Division 5, Week 8. I can't. So Week 8 in Division 5 belongs to OGC, InScore, and KD. Look at that. So Sloffy... I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly because it is the first time I'm seeing his name. Sloffy from OGC with 14,075. Red Hornet SA 11,455. And Dusty with 8,835. KD ratio. Dusty with 2.22. Raven with 1.73. And Sloffy with 1.6.
There we go. So both Dusty and Sloffy making it. Oh, yeah. Both Dusty and Sloffy making it there to the scoreboard on Score and Katie, right? Sorry, Sloffy, I was trying to pronounce your name in a Woolworths way, so sorry about that. Yeah, you're not going to live that down. I cannot believe you said that. Anyway, right. Moving on then to Division 6.
Alright, so Division 6 this week. Week 8 of the competition. First week of a hard point. Captain Force from MSMK with 16,100. K-Dog ZA from Divine Gaming Viserion with 15,870. And Ryujin from Divine Gaming Viserion with 14,100. KD ratio is MSMK all the way. Captain Vors with 2.56, Zanny 777 with 2.10, and F Van Wyk 69 with 1.84.
Nice. So some good KDs there as well. Obviously, Captain Vors there, standing out. Again, with the Monkeys continuing their I almost said kill streak there, their winning streak. And
Your kill streak, yes, I like it actually.
There we go, and standing out on both Score and Katie, so well done to Captain Vors. And moving on then to the last division, which is Division 7.
Division 7 for Week 8. Scooby Dude, one of my favorite names in this season. From CTK. With 23,915. Berserk Wolf from CTK with 22,770. And Jazza Zim from Rex with 18,590. KD ratio for this week belongs to PDT and an amazing 3.08 from Dragon PDT. Chaos Artist with 2.33 and Thought Patrol, which when I typed this, I was like, how am I going to say this on stream without laughing, with a great 2.27 KD this week.
Nice. Absolutely nice. Now, of course, it looks a little bit like PDT dominating the KD arena and CTK dominating the Score arena. They're barring, of course, Rex's Score. So well done to PDT and guys showing up for the kills there, right?
Sorry.
Are you reading the chat again?
I'm reading the chat, yes.
Right, so tell us what is happening in the chat.
Black Said Ranger, I am seeking a Valpre 707, please.
Oh God. I think Hardpoint is affecting us like in weird ways. I don't know.
Oh my word.
Yes, what else is
I
happening
need
in
whiskey
the chat?
after this or something. No, I'm laughing. The CPR guys are keeping the chat going here.
Well, the thing is that I actually like these sort of random chats as well. We did want to do it this week, of course, with Blur, right, with Blank being our special guest, but for some other odd reason, Blank was unreachable, and we didn't actually do the bro chat. So we are going to give Blank one more chance this week or this coming week, right? So this coming Friday, we should have Blank on the bro chat for a little bit of just a general, powwow, and to chat a little bit with the guy. But of course, Blank, if you watch the stream now, or if you're watching it later, this is the week, buddy. Then we're moving on. Right. So, Sika, anything else that we need to call out in the chat before we move on to the divisional tables?
Just a lot of laughing faces.
Oh, well, that's good.
And buffering.
Okay, so is
not buffering on the actual stream, just buffering symbols on the chat.
Well, I'm worried if those appear in the chat. It might mean that it's buffering on people's side, and I get worried whether my stream integrity is good or not. So, I don't know, guys. Maybe you can help us with what the buffering symbols means. Maybe, I don't know, is it thinking? I don't know. Do you know what it means?
It's the CPR guys. I don't know if they don't have any, good comments to come up with, maybe.
Oh, okay. Well,
they're buffering.
They need to share with us. They need to share. Right. So there we go. So, guys, we are going to move on to the divisional tables now. And let's have a look. Let's start at Division 1. Why not? And if you are looking at your Division 1 table there, you will, of course, see that all the teams there have played 7 games. Of course, EVL had their bye week this week, so they're the only ones on 6 games. And right at the top there we have VDT, and they are on 5,116 points. They are followed very, very closely by CPR there in second position on 5,063 points, and GSE coming in there to the third position with 4,582. Just below them, we've got UB 4,564, and then, of course, the gentlemen of Phoenix, and that is, of course, the Warriors team, Phoenix Warriors, with 4,243. Evil there in sixth position with 3,844, and then, of course, we have the forfeited team there at the bottom in position 7. That is Division 1. Anything you want to add there, Sika?
Just we want to play a game, please.
Well, it will happen. It will happen. Division 2 then, we of course have the team there of FIB, and again I think I just need to call it out. Of course, that used to be F2O, and then during the off week they did get picked up by a sponsor. So the name and the branding changed there now to FIB, who is first in battle is their tag there, and they are on 5,985 points. They are followed closely by Dark Divine, and that is, of course, no, it is not. It is Dark Divine Gaming, sorry. 5,788. I almost said the Basirian team, which is not. It's the wrong Divine. And then we have Motion Esports there in third position with 5,454. And just below them in fourth position, we have the girls, the Gunslinger girls, with 5,346 points. In fifth position, we've got Pat Project Alpha Tarkmach with 4,693. And then, of course, we have LLG there in sixth position, 4,278. And then, of course, the teams of Gig and Bob individually there in seventh and eighth position. This is still a very, very difficult division, right? This is.
It's one of the closer ones.
Well, this Division 4, there's also a lot of competition going on there. And then Division 5 as well, right? So we'll have a look at those now. But let's move on.
If you really have a close look at it, I mean, there's one game, one full 750 points that separates first from fourth.
I know, right? It's close. It's close. It's gonna, and it's now going to become even closer with Hardpoint, right?
Yeah.
Okay, moving on then to Division 3. So you guys will see what we meant with the Division 3 teams this week, because of course we have three teams, my apologies, that has forfeited the season here in Division 3. And those, of course, are the teams of S17, Fire with Fire Alpha, and of course the RMZA Reapers team. They were the three teams that forfeited, which meant that this division was left with only 4 teams. They were the teams of Divine Gaming, and that's of course the Dragon team. who's leading there at the moment with 5,121 points. In second position, we have Project Beta Takmach with 4,201. Third position there, 4QM8 with 4,135. And then, of course, we have the team of Blur there in effectively fifth position, but they will definitely move up, and they are on 3,026 points. So those forfeiting teams, they will slowly now, as we progress through the season, obviously all of them drop to the bottom of the table as they gain no more points when the games get played. Moving over then to Division 4. And for Division 4 at the moment, in first position, we have the team of TNT. That's the Notorious Thugs, and it's the Amuba team, and they are on 5,843. Fear there in second, 5,586, followed closely by Blur with 5,513. And then we have FTWK sneaking in there in fourth, and they are just above Invasion Gaming. And of course, Invasion Gaming, they're on 5,417 points. Then we have the team of C7, that's of course the team of Cloudy, and they are on 4,914 with positions 7 and 8 belonging to the two forfeit teams within this division. What do you
Look
want
at how close those scores are. I mean,
know,
there's four teams there on 5,000 points. 5,500, 5,500, 5,500, and 5,800. Insane.
Yes, and as I said, I mean, they had a good opportunity now in domination to sort of pick up, some of the what did you call it? I called it side points. You called it a better name.
It's just completely gone out of my brain. Passive points.
Passive points. There we go. That's a nice name for it. So a lot of the teams had some opportunities to pick up some passive points. Of course, now in the hard point segment of the season, it's more difficult, right? Because there's really only that one thing to control. Right, moving on then from Division 4 and on to Division 5. And at the top there, we have the team of OGC Esports, and they are leading the pack with 5,853 points. And then, like literally not far behind them, we have the team of Falcon, and Falcon Gaming on 5,586 points, and again a smaller gap even between them and the B1 Gaming team, and they are on 5,523. Now I mean, I don't want to point this out every time, but of course if it wasn't for those yellows, then B1 would be in second, right? But in fourth position there, we have the team of Boar with 5,291, and they are followed by Phoenix Phantoms with 4,798. And of course, in this division, we've also had, a hamstring pulled, a shoelace that broke, and somebody that tripped over the dog. And those three teams are there, 6, 7, and 8 at the bottom. Do you like my little analogy for how teams forfeited? Couldn't think of a better one. Moving then to, should I give you a second, because I know you're laughing at something in the chat. You want to tell me what it's about?
No, I was laughing at your analogy.
Okay, fair enough. Division 6 then, and right there at the top we have the Monkeys, and the Monkeys now of course on 5,200 points. They are in first position, and of course in second position they're Divine Gaming, and that is the Viserion team with 4,903 points. And then a team that also had a name change, well, not a name change, a logo change and a bit of a rebranding that happened, is the team of Zold, and you will see their new logo there, and they are holding the third position with 4,877 points, and followed in fourth position there by the team of 4Q2. Then in fifth we have the TNT Osiris team, so that's the Notorious Thugs Osiris. They are on 3,997. In sixth position there, we have, of course, the team of Outlaw Gaming, 3,642. And then in this division, the team that has forfeited the tournament so far is Fire with Fire Bravo, and they are down there in seventh position. Anything that I need to call out here? No?
No. I don't think so.
Moving on then.
Just of course MSMK on that 5,200 points.
Yes, doing exceptionally well, right. Moving on then to Division 7, and at the top there we have a bit of a battle going on at the moment, and it seems it is between the team of CTK and Rex, right? Because CTK, they're on 5,159 points. And then on a very round 5,000 points is the team of Rex in second position. They are followed very, very closely by the team of PDT with 4,937. And in fourth position, they're the team of the Notorious Thugs Regicide. And they are on 4,934 points. And yes, that is still a very small gap. Right. I mean, we called out this extremely close gap the previous time, and you can see the gap went from 3 points to, what's it now, 4 points. Right?
Yeah, it's a very, 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 very close game. I mean, even if you look at the gap between first and second, and then third and fourth as well, it's ridiculously close.
And then even between all the teams that follow, I mean, there's not. There's less than one game in it, right? For most of the teams that follows, because we've got in fifth we've got the Lords of Latency, in sixth we've got SDS, and then in seventh there is Digital Devils, and I mean those scores range from 4,900 right down to 2,900. So I mean a bit of a bigger gap there between 4 and 7, but definitely individually between the teams the gaps are not tremendous, right?
No, not at all.
And that's it. That is the divisions.
We had a comment actually in the chat, but carry on.
No. Go with the comments.
So there is an apology in the chat from Black Sailor Ranger for the team profile cards not being up to date and uploaded this week. He has let us know that we can explain why.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yes. So, unfortunately, our stats master, over the course of, I think, last week, tested positive for COVID-19.
Yes.
So we obviously are, keeping him in our thoughts. He is still around. He's still doing a fantastic job, but the extra little work for the profile cards and that just was a little bit much for him this week, I think. So, our thoughts are with you and your family, and we really hope you get better, dude. I mean,
absolutely,
we'd be lost without you.
Yes, and I actually, I didn't want to laugh, but he made me laugh because the way he told us, he was like, well, the stats master has just become part of the Corona stats.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I don't know, I feel bad laughing at that joke, right?
Yeah.
And but look, he's strong about it, and he lets us know every day how he's doing. And again, as Sika said, we are thinking about the guy, and Black, we hope you stay strong, buddy. We're thinking about you.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice. Right, what other comments are there? Except I quickly switched over to the comments, and I see there's a lot of little cool hearts going out to Mr. Black Sailor Ranger. So there we go, buddy.
That's for sure.
Nice. Right, what other comments are there, Sika? What am I missing?
Don't worry about it.
Should I read back?
No. There's a lot of inside jokes happening here, but it's quite cute.
Oh, okay. All right.
Eckhart did join us, though, and true to what we said earlier, baby's keeping him busy.
Nice. Eckhart, let us know how you. Well, I'm going to assume that you are enjoying it at the moment. It's just how much, and you can let us know, right, how much you're enjoying that at the moment. The fatherly duties, right? Well done. All right. So, Sika, from my side, I think that is the divisions. So, what have I not covered? What have I missed, or what should I still be calling out?
Just, of course, a thank you to our stats master for the work he's doing, even though he is technically on bed rest and shouldn't be working at all. And obviously, he's still doing a very fantastic job in the background. And our league masters, Little Green Monster, Homegirl, and of course, our new league master who was really thrown in the deep end this week with divisions 4 and 5. That would be Toxic Monkey. You guys are doing a fantastic job, and without you, we would be lost. Completely, utterly lost.
Absolutely. And of course, maybe just to emphasize that call out in case there were people that joined us this week for the recap show and didn't do so last week. We were from the start of the hardpoint part of the season joined by Toxic Monkey as a league master.
Yes.
So we also welcomed him last week as part of the team. And, as Sika said, he was really thrown into the deep end this week. I think I normally try and check in week 2 with the League Master whether they're still okay. But I would definitely
he's
have to
alive.
send him
I can tell you he's alive. I spoke to him today. He's okay. He's doing all right. We'll see in week 2.
Yeah,
if he's still with us.
Well, some people
generally, if they're with us in week 2, they're okay.
As long as he's not in denial, right?
Yeah.
Then I'm good. Right. So we actually did quite well this week. I mean, I know I was rushing a little bit, but guys, just so you know, over the past couple of weeks, and especially last week, our recap show started getting a little bit long. Sort of anywhere in the region of hour and 20 minutes, an hour and a half. And I did get some messages on the side saying that, yes, it's quite long. We want to join the recap show, but we sometimes have to drop off because we have a game, scheduled at 9 or scheduled at 8 or whatever may be the case. So I did give the guys the commitment that contacted me that I will try and keep it to what we originally intended, which was an hour. And I did rush a little bit this week, little bit, but we managed to keep it there. So, yeah, there we go. Timing wise, we're good.
Yeah. What a difference, though. I mean, when we first started doing the recap show for Clan Wars and the past tournaments, it was maybe about half an hour.
Yes.
But now we've got all these awesome stats.
Yeah, when we originally started, especially with COD, right? When we started out in season 1, we only had, if I recall, we had 16 teams in season 1. So there was a lot less to say, right? And there was a lot less to talk about. Then season 2 picked up some speed, and now, in season 3, I was the first couple of weeks I really struggled to keep it below an hour, right? But tonight we had some good alternative topics, and we still kept it to about an hour, so that's good. That's good.
Yes.
Right. But guys, I think from our side, that is what we had for tonight. I'm going to give Sika one last opportunity because there's always something I forget to mention or maybe call out something else. And then I will give you my final thoughts, and I think that's what we had.
Just to everyone in the chat, thank you for joining us. Of course, you are amazing, and there would be no recap show if nobody was watching it. So thank you so much for being here and for the comments and the likes and, of course, just the general sort of support that we get in the recap show. It's something that we started doing that was unique. Excuse me. It was something that we started doing that was unique, and of course we roll with it, and guys seem to really like it. So yeah, I get nice, warm, fuzzy feelings when people are like, "Oh, well done, you guys did a good job this week," and all that kind of stuff. So.
Warm and fuzzy. Yay, warm and fuzzy. All right. Guys, then from my side, just a few last call-outs. Again, remember that we are still supporting the no gender-based violence or no gender-based ugliness towards women in gaming, and of course that is with the pink logo there. Next week, if you are going to join, you will join and be told about that nice giveaway that we are going to do. So clickbait. So remember to do that. And then, of course, I am very, very much looking forward to the games this week and the results. I found that there's some series that I'm not catching up on because I am constantly watching the game streams that are available. That's a good thing, right? So, guys, if you are out there and you do like watching the game streams, I know the streamers really, really enjoy, if there's some people on their streams giving them some good comment and feedback and that sort of thing. So please remember to also go and support those streamers. They bring you these games on a weekly basis, and there's quite a few of them. And again, most of the links are shared on the Facebook page. So if you have not joined us there, go and join us, and they will be shared there as well. But super, super exciting first week of the Hardpoint segment, and I'm very much looking forward to this coming week as well. Sika, from my side.
Wait, there's something you forgot to say.
Really? I knew it. You see, I knew it.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. If you are already subscribed to the channel, you are awesome. If you are not subscribed, you can be awesome.
By doing what? Hitting the subscribe button.
Yeah, hitting the subscribe button does.
It almost sounds like a script.
And it does.
And of course, guys, if you like what we are doing here at Clan Wars, remember to give us a like on this video. Some positive feedback is always appreciated. There we go. And that is the complete script. Line 1 to 14.
Completely unpracticed, but it's there every week, so you get used to it.
There we go. Vasika, from my side, again, thank you very much for your company.
So, Jinx has put a little comment in the chat.
Yes.
You should add something, Yaku.
What should I be adding?
Yeah, he says you should add an option to sponsor funds to you, like a super chat.
Well, okay. Well, there's some work that needs to go into that, and we're doing some interesting things around that. But yeah, I mean, we can do that. But guys, of course, as you know, I mean, you can already of course, sponsor our work if you feel that you would like to do that, and that we might need your support from a financial perspective as well. Of course, we hardly ever ask for it because we do it for the love of the game, love of the community. But yes, there is definitely some operational costs running the website, doing things like that, making sure the servers are running and that sort of stuff. And if you would like to do it, if you go onto the website, which is
Seeker's already dropped the
link. There is a link that Seeker has just dropped in the chat. And you can click on the link, and of course that is where you can make any financial donations if you would like to do so.
Thank you.
I feel slow tonight. I don't know why. Because you drop everything before I ask. People are calling out like good ideas that I'm not coming up with. I don't know what the story is. It's the cold, man. Hey, talking about the cold. How cold was this week? I mean, it was stupid. It was stupid. So,
no, it was ridiculous.
So we'll see how this week goes. Hopefully I'm not... Can I tell you, my thumbs get cold when I play? And I only realize it like after I realize that I'm busy being killed like constantly. Then I start wondering, am I tired? Am I too slow? And then I realize it's because my thumbs are frozen to the controller.
No, it's like, you know how you're having a really, really good match and it's really intense is when you realize afterwards that you're actually shivering, you're so cold, your feet are like ice blocks and your hands can't move. That's how you know, because you didn't realize it was happening until after the match.
And I don't think
the adrenaline was pumping so hard that you can't.
And I honestly don't think it's just us, right? I think it's everybody at the moment, right? It's really bad all around. Anyway. All right. So guys, from our side, I think that is all that we had for you for tonight. Again, if you have joined us, thank you very much for joining. It was absolutely great. Hopefully this week I will be able to, in between the boxes and moving and all sorts of stuff like that, get an opportunity to at least one game stream, I'm hoping. But if that doesn't happen, then of course we will be here next week Sunday with the recap show again. And if you haven't watched the whole night or you missed it, then of course there is a bit of a secret surprise next week that we are planning to do. But I think that is all that we had. It was an absolutely great show as always, and very, very much looking forward to this coming week. I'm Yaku for Battle Bros. Leave no one standing.